Sri Vrindavan, Kishora and Kishori, Sri Radha Mohan are dripping with Prema ras, filled with the natural beauty of elegance. Sakis surround them in all four directions. Each one of them is a matchless picture of Prema ras, of beauty, of sweetness, laughter, and humor. So now we have the picture, the meditation. It's a jeweled bedstead in the Nikunja Mandir of enchanting Vrindavan. And Radha and Mohan are dripping with Prema ras, means all their feelings are fully developed. Their Prema is dripping, means there's remnants. Remnants are falling from them to all of the servants of them. And now comes a very nice commentary of Baba. He says, when the ocean of rasa and prema spill over. So who is rasa and prema? And who are the oceans of rasa and prema? This is Srimati Radhika and Mohan. Mohan is the ocean of prema, rasa, of all enjoying all spiritual flavors, exchanges of all different relationships. But especially now in this situation, he is with Srimati Radhika, and she is the ocean of prema. So when the oceans of rasa and prema spill over, it's like over-flooding emotions. When oceans spill over, we have a picture of that, when the oceans are very full and strong and there's many waves in the ocean, then they spill over. They not only come on the land, but they might also go further into the land, and they hit everyone who comes close to them. They meet. Radha and Mohan are meeting in the Nikunja, and their rasa and prema oceans, that means their exchange, spills over, and it is as if they play over all the horizons. So that is a very, very beautiful picture, because usually the ocean is only on the earth, on the downer part. But this time, the Leela is such that it's going even into the skies, over the horizons. It's like all permeating, it's all pervading. Because rasa, Shri Radha in Prema, rasa Krishna, rasa Raj, Shri Krishna, and Prema, Mahabhav, Prema Rupa, Swarupini, Srimati Radhika, who is that form, that original form of this all emotional heart for Mohan. They are spilling over now. And it's like they are everywhere. They are not only on their Nikunja bedstead, they are all over the sky, they are all over the place, and the whole horizon, everything down and sidewards and in the middle, everything is filled of that prema ras. The bee-like eyes of the Sakis drink the wonderful luster of honey ras that drips from the blue and golden lotus of Shri Radha Mohan's sweetness and beauty. So the eyes of all the servants of Radha Mohan who are there, the Sakis and the Manjaris, they are drinking it. They are drinking it so much so that they also become intoxicated. Because this honey rasa is a very, very delicious beverage. It's not something that one can only drink with the mouth, but they drink it with their eyes, and they drink it with all their spiritual senses. They drink it with their ears, and they drink it with all the pores of their body, because now Radha and Mohan's rasa prema exchange is dripping all over. Means everyone, all those who are there in their transcendental divine senses, they can serve and also feel the divine couple. But all of them don't feel the same thing. They all have deep attachment because they have bee-like eyes. The bees, bees-like eyes, they want to also, nourish themselves by what is happening in the lotus. And in the lotus, there are Radha and Mohan on their Nikunja bedstead. So they are drinking this honey rasa because that what is dripping from them is, especially we could say also for the Sama Sneha Sakis, those who love Radha and Krishna in the same way, they are enjoying a lot of happiness here. And it's their sweetness and their beauty. And we have heard also, we remember from Vilapa Kushmanjali verse 16, that those Sakis who have the same relationship to Radha and Krishna, or same attachment, most of them are in this category that they have the Krishna Rati in the first place. Their attachment for Krishna is higher than their attachment or love for Srimati Radhika. And so they also, when they see that how Radha and Mohan are there on their jeweled platform of exchanging feelings and games, they also have the highest feelings. But still they have some, attachment that goes in the direction of Mohan. But that is not, it's just something to be known to us who are practicing the Manjari Bhav, because for us, and that is what Gurudev mentioned this morning, we always want to feel all the leelas and all the services that are going on from the position of what we aspire to be, the Manjaris, the servants of Srimati Radhika. So that's why it is important. And Raghunath Das Goswami was, mentioning it in his prayer, that he says, I am so grateful, my Swamini, that you offer me to be your friend, but really I put this position on my head. I just want to be your dasi, your maidservant, your very small, loyal maidservant. So with sweet voices, the Sakis sing the honey-sweet pastimes of the divine couple. In this way, the Sakis are immersed in paramount bliss as they swim in the rasa ocean of the Yugalav's forms, attributes, and pastimes. Radha's maidservants are also a kind of Sakis. Although they are constantly swimming in the inexhaustible rasa waterfall of Yugala sweetness, they are also engaged in the devotional service of the Yugala and their Sakis. They do not forget their service due to being absorbed in relishing their sweetness. So that is the difference between Radha's maidservant and other Sakis or gopis. They are also feeling so much happiness that Radha and Mohan are together, and they are, obviously spilling over in their play. There is such a high happiness, so much ananda. And they also constantly swim in this inexhaustible rasa waterfalls of Yugala sweetness. But at the same time, they are also engaged in the devotional service of the Yugala and their Sakis. So here we have the difference of approach or of attitude. The Manjaris, they never forget that they are the servants. They always naturally want to serve. Also the Sakis, they are also in this blissful ocean of the meeting of Radha and Mohan. They are very, very happy and they feel so much, but the feelings will never overwhelm or cover their path of service. They do service all the time. They do not forget their service due to being absorbed in relishing their sweetness, means Radha and Mohan's sweetness. They are engaged in service and at the same time immersed in the sweet rasa of the Sri Yugala. This makes them more special than the Sakis. Why? Because the Sakis, they forget themselves and the whole idea of being of service. They just immerse in the situation and they are getting spilled over by that beautiful atmosphere in Vrindavan, by that, by the beautiful divine couple who are completely overwhelmed by Prema and Rasa and spilling over with the honey rasa. That means they are very, very intimately connecting. And by their divine will or by the desire of Srimati Radhika, all the Sakis, they can have also some enjoyment, some part of it. But that is the difference between the elder Sakis and the Manjaris. They have forgotten themselves in that bliss, in that ananda, but the Manjaris never forget themselves. They are always absorbed in seva, means they always want to do something in love. Their love is what Gurudev always teaching us, love in action. Their love is expressed in loving service. So how we get this feeling? And Gurudev was explaining very nicely this morning, to have access to these divine feelings, we first of all need to take shelter of our Divine Mother, Sri Radha, take shelter of her beautiful golden breasts, and be nourished by her motherly love, and feel how I am the small baby of Srimati Radhika. That is how Gurudev is guiding us to have access to the feelings that are nourished or expressed in the service of the mantras. Because when we hear these pastimes, they sound very exciting and they sound very beautiful, but actually they are not accessible by this material body and senses. We cannot enter into the service of Srimati Radhika unless we have this attitude, first of all, of a child being innocent, being foolish, because in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is this quote, by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, the innocent child, an innocent, foolish child can understand the Leelas, or the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is also what is our first sadhan that Gurudev described very much today on the base of reading Radha Suniti, verse 34, where he is explaining the whole morning we were somehow all together diving in these feelings, that Gurudev said how important it is for us to come into that feeling of an helpless baby of Srimati Radhika that is being nourished by her golden breasts, that is being attracted to her golden breasts, because there is it's the heart. And these breasts, they are not material breasts. They are not made from flesh. These breasts are divine feelings of love that Srimati Radhika has for her beloved Mohan and for her kinkaris. So these golden breasts, they are the reservoir of all her prema, of all her bhavas, and of all her desires to serve her Mohan. And in the end, she will prepare all the manjaris, all her dasis, to mold them as she wishes to mold them into these kind of beautiful divine goddesses of Seva Ras. That means that there is no tendency, or what often we hear this word, whiff. There's not a smell, any kind of feeling for selfishness in our transcendental spiritual existence. And to come to that feeling and to come to that self-identification, this morning we heard that Prabodhananda Saraswati was telling, "Oh mind, remember the golden drug-like breasts of Srimati Radhika." When the mind is always absorbed in these golden feelings, that means her feelings of highest selflessness in her service to Mohan, then also our mind, our existence, and our innocence can develop. For that, we need to be like a child, Gurudev explained, foolish also. We don't need to calculate anything, for which we usually use our mind, my mind, for trying to figure something out. No, we have to become like receiving this beautiful golden feelings of her heart which are the breasts, because the breasts, they are the manifestation of the heart's love. And so also as a baby in the lap of our Divine Mother, we are hungry and we want to be nourished. We need to be nourished, because otherwise we always have this tendency to mix the divine leelas with my, how do you say that, human-like experiences. No problem. Okay. Got it. Just to go and got it. So, and to overcome this tendency that we misunderstand the leelas of Radha and Krishna as like a kind of like egoistical or materially contaminated exchange. That is only possible by becoming a baby and becoming innocent and have the nourishment of the divine golden heart of Srimati Radhika, and that comes through her breasts. Therefore, meditation on the breast is very important to get these feelings of selfless service and being absorbed in that, like Srimati Radhika, because she is always absorbed in devotional service to her Mohan. This is her being. She is made out of this. She is Krishna Mai. She is Krishna inside and outside. He's always playing in her. So if we want to serve that beautiful Krishna Mai, our Swamini, it's also important that we have the nourishment from her heart, from her beautiful golden heart, which is manifesting in her transcendental divine body, in her beautiful, very shining, jug-like big breasts, which are the baskets, as we have heard today, for the desires of Mohan. They are baskets because there are so many flowers in there, there are so many treasures and so many desires to make him more and more happy. And the maidservant has no other desire to make this happiness in her service to Srimati Radhika. Therefore, Baba says, this makes them more special than the Sakis. Because the Sakis, they have also this intense desire to serve, but their service is mixed, because they also have the tendency and the desire to serve Mohan directly. And sometimes Srimati Radhika will also give them this service, because she is the personification of service, and she will give everyone the service that they would like to do. And now comes a song by our Srila Thakur Mahashai Pratana Pada by Narottam Das Thakur, and he has written so many songs about his realizations and his feelings in his Dasi Bhav, in his feelings as the servant of Srimati Radhika. And how is he, Narottam Das Thakur, meditating? How is he singing his song of desire for service? I will make a bed of red lotus petals and seat Kishore and Kishori on that. Their enchanting lotus-like faces are covered with their curly locks. Mohan resembles an emerald, and Gauri or Radha is golden. Praneshwari, when will I get your merciful glance? When will I, on your order, bring different kinds of flowers and hear your sweet words. I will decorate you with musk tilak and a stripe of sindoor. I will anoint you with fragrant sandalwood pulp, and I will string a garland of malati flowers that will make the bumblebee run towards it. So here this clearly also Baba is making this point and clearly repeating it by the prayers or the song, the poetry of Thakur Mahashai. They are Radha Mohan and their service is Yugala, but their focus, his focus also, is on Srimati Radhika. Always praying, when will I get your merciful glance? Kripa Kataksh. And when will you order me to bring different kinds of flowers? How can I hear your sweet voice? There's no mention, I want to hear the sweet voice of Mohan. That is the one-pointedness. That is this natural attraction, the Sama Radhika Adiksneha. It's not the same feelings for Mohan. Mohan is there, but my service is to make Mohan more eager for my Swamini. And therefore, I will string a garland of malati flowers that will make the bumblebee, that is Mohan, run towards it. So all the services that we do in our spiritual identities and that our acharyas like Narottam Das Thakur, like Raghunath Das Goswami, they have shown in their prayers that they always want to serve Srimati Radhika in her service to Mohan. But they also serve the Sakhis. And this is the next verse. When will Lalita give me a fan with which I can softly fan them, drying up the sweat drops from their bodies? I will see all this in topmost ecstasy. So we can see that, as we have heard, that the Sakhis, they are also giving orders. They are also giving services. Orders sounds a little strange. Services. They give services. Means they give the chance to serve. And here, Narottam Das Thakur, he is expressing, oh, when will Lalita, my dear Lalita Devi, when will she give me the fan? And with this fan, I can softly fan, drying up the sweat drops from their bodies. And we have heard also that with the fan, those manjaris who are very expert, like Rupa Manjari and Rati Manjari, they will fan in such a way that the smell of Srimati Radhika will come to Mohan. Like this, they have always like expertise in the services that they do. And they are very much, how do you say that? They have so much attention. That's when we are also together with Gurudev in the room, then I always try to be attentive. But sometimes I miss something, like the other day, he wanted to give me his cup, and I was somewhere in my mind, and then I heard Radhe, but I didn't pay attention. I was somewhere. I was not there. And then after some minutes, I realized, oh, Gurudev was sitting there. He wanted to give me the cup to clean, but I missed the chance. Then somebody else came to get the chance. So this is this kind of focused attention in the service that is required and that is desired. And Narottam Das hopes that he can drink the sweet beverage of service to their lotus feet. Narottama Dasa Asha Pada Pankaja Sevana madhuri pale. So he is drinking the sweet beverage of service. He is not drinking the sweetness of Yugala Kishore in such a way that he says, oh, they are so beautiful, I forget everything now. No, no. His drink, his nectar, is that he wants to serve. And that, or she, I would say, she. And so always to be attentive, to be have attention, to look, to hear, what service can I do now? And if there's no service, I will find myself a service. And that can only happen when I feel like a foolish child. Because otherwise, in my mind is always my own agenda, no? My own desire for comfort or getting my belly full or whatever. So many things here in Vrindavan we can enjoy on many levels. There's always the most beautiful prasad, and there's always so nice devotees we can exchange. But it can be also a trap when I don't think about my service and I need to find a chance to get a service. And if I don't have an idea to do the service, then I ask someone. Like Prabhuji, yesterday I saw you were cleaning so nicely, no, with a broom. And then you were in front of Buddha's room and he had such a big pile of leaves. And I thought, yeah, that is the right feeling. How can I do some service, no? With the mood of Dasi? Humbly sweeping, not thinking I must do something very big, I am very important. No, any kind of small service is fully accepted and also noticed by Srimati Radhika and by Shri Guru and by Nitai. Now we are coming closer to Nitai's day and 2 days, so all of our meditation also goes to the lotus feet of Nitai, because without Nitai, we cannot enter or serve the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. So that is a very beautiful song of Narottam Das, how he hopes he can drink the sweet beverage of service to their lotus feet. And Baba again, he says, in this prayerful song, we can clearly see how the sweetness of the divine pair is relished by the manjaris while they are rendering service. And the relish is not knocking the manjaris out of their socks, or is not, focused in any kind of intention other than serving, and serving first of all the desires and the feelings of Srimati Radhika, which is always the focus and which is always the center of our feelings. So Baba says, the Yugala Bhajan of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas consists of allegiance to these maidservants of Radha. That is what is the goal and the focus of the Yugala Bhajan of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. It's the following of the maidservants of Sri Radha. So we can hear how blissful the Sakhis are when they are dancing in the Rasa Leela. But this is not our focus. We just focus on any kind of service that might be coming and that might be in the heart's desire of our Swamini. And for that, we need this attention and this intention to come very close to her heart. Because without the heart coming close to the heart of Srimati Radhika, how one can feel her feelings? And the heart is manifested by these beautiful golden jug-like breasts, which are the shelter and also the nourishment of the manjaris who want to become the servants of Srimati Radhika. Yeah, if anyone wants to add, because this class was so amazing class this morning, and it went so deep into the meditation of the heart and Srimati Radhika's nourishment, how we can be nourished by Srimati Radhika's heart. That is a question that is always, how do you say, it should always be on my mind. And for that, the mind should be focused in that direction, without fear, without shame, without any kind of mental, how do you say that, calculation. But I am foolish, I am a small girl that wants to serve my Swamini. My Gurudev is helping me how to reach the goal. I am foolish, and there are other dasis who help me. I need help, and I follow those who are dasis of Srimati Radhika. It's very simple. But I need to also grow in these feelings, because often there are many other covers of desires, or covers of, fears and conceptions. But Prabodhananda Saraswati has written in the Vrindavan Mahima, "Oh friend, follow the maidservants of Sri Radhika, whose bodies are like clusters of foam emanating from the transcendental ocean of sweet most love that is her lotus feet." So, my God, that love that comes out of Srimati Radhika's lotus feet, this is like a sweet foam of her desires for Mohan, and the manjaris are embodiments of that, because we can read also in other texts that they describe the manjaris as the Avesh Murtis. They are the manifestations of Srimati Radhika's feelings to serve, how to serve Mohan even more and even better. And they are like clusters of foam. They are sitting at the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika, because there at the lotus feet, this is where we take shelter. And ornaments. So this is already like a revelation. When we read these verses, this is full of revelations. Like how dear are the maidservants to Srimati Radhika, and how much they are always gathered around her lotus feet, her transcendental lotus feet, because they are emanating from the footnails, from the beautiful footnails of Srimati Radhika. So much love is emanating, and from these, because actually, I mean, honestly, all the parts of Srimati Radhika, they are completely transcendental. And if we meditate on the lotus feet, or if we meditate on her beautiful face and on her beautiful jug-like golden breast, this is all made from Prema. This is all transcendental love that is described in different ways. And these girls who are there sitting and following her lotus feet are filled with all cleverness. They are not foolish in such a sense that they wouldn't know what is to do. They are very clever because they are always so eager and so close to Srimati Radhika. That makes them topmost clever, because Srimati Radhika is the most clever that anyone could be in this universe. If she is so clever to make Mohan forget and lose his mind, then we should say that she is the most clever. And the Dasis who are assisting in that, they are the most clever. And their bodies are vessels of astonishment. Means they are also fully beautiful and attractive. And they are shining with the deep radiance of youthfulness, and they are decorated with divine garments. These garments are all the prashadi dress of Srimati Radhika. The garments all come from Srimati Radhika, and all the ornaments. This is what Sripad Prabodhananda is, how he is describing the bodies and the feelings and the appearance of the Dasi. So if I want to grow into that, I need to be close to someone who has already more realizations than myself. And that's why we listen and we hear, and we want to hear more and more from Gurudev, who can also enlighten my stone-like heart with some feelings and some inspiration how to desire more and more, to go into my spiritual existence and grow into being a Dasi. What time is it now? I forgot the time.
5:20.
Okay, good. 10 more minutes. Anybody would like to share on this? Yeah, Jai, Gaura Sundar, Ki Jai.
Jai Shilade, können ihr mich hören?
Jai Shidadi, yeah.
Sound is there?
Yes, we can.
Oh, so nice, Suniti. I just said to Gurudev how nice she is sharing their inner feelings, and there is so much growing because of Radharani's breast. I think you got a little bit of this morning, maybe.
By the mercy of Gurudev.
And so we can see, if we listen about these topics, so the mercy is flowing towards us, no? Right?
Yes.
And we got a real feeling by the mercy of one who is in relationship. He is sharing with us, and so we also can enter. If we don't have this kind of a relative who is guiding us, we will never find this. So if we are foreigner and no one will bring us to Radhika, we will never find her. And we are all foreigners. And but there is a person who knows the way how we can find. And so we take shelter on his lotus feet, because this lotus feet was there already. And if we follow, we will find Swamini's shelter. It is very beautiful, Suniti. many devotees are there?
I don't know.
My God, so many.
We always have some eager manjaris who are willing to share and give their mercy. And I see already in the face of Radha Kripa Kataksh that he's having some new inspirations for poem in his heart.
Please, please. It's the right time here.
Radhe, Radhe. Thank you, Suniti, for beautiful speech. It was beautiful like usual. Actually, there is one interesting thing. You mentioned the poem. Actually, I have here one friend who have one musical project, and he ordered to me, request me to make some poem for his song, actually, for this project. And he said, please write something about suffering in this material world and how radhas appeared in your life and everything became blissful, full of happiness and love. And I tried to do it, but days by days meditate about this, but I didn't have no idea, nothing appear about suffering in this material world. Actually appear in some other things in my mind, just how to glorify Radhika, how to say some beautiful words to her. It's just right now it's not possible, because this thoughts are always present, how to please her, how to say something beautiful to her, cannot turn back for the suffering in material world, because when love approach in our heart, actually this contemplation of these thoughts that everywhere is suffering, and even in this place, even in this material world, we cannot feel this suffering like before when Radhika approach in our life. This is everything is full of love. Actually, this can be more and more. We have to realize and accept her love in our heart, but everything is changed. Actually, these miseries and sufferings are present, but love is everywhere, and we can see this for this position, for this emotion which came to us by her mercy, and it simply is not possible, almost is not possible to turn back and contemplate some words, in art or whatever, these thoughts about sufferings, because when Radhika approached to our heart, everything is full of happiness, even if we are kicked everywhere with the different energies around us, but always is present this mood of happiness and hope and connection. And so actually there is one poem, actually I read it actually in the German class maybe 10 days ago, so this.
Thank you, Radha, for that. Yeah, this was not like, okay, read a poem, because I know it is something that needs to be prepared. There must be a nice mood and some time. But just to appreciate that what you say, that the feelings that we have are so precious, and also very happy that even the suffering of this material world is not so much touching us in the same way like before, like you said.
Yeah.
So that is also why you see of Shri Guru and Shri Radhika, who are transcendental team, always making us confident. Don't worry, go on. You will be successful. You will make your life a very good and happy life, and make your life a life of service and love and action.
Yeah, this point of this confidence actually is very important. You have mentioned something about fear. Actually, we are full of fears, more or less, in this world. But just we develop this mood of confidence of Radhika's grace. These fears go away for us, actually, because this, as much as we coming in intimacy with her, with our service, and we getting in the back these feelings of confidence, and then fears cannot approach to us like before. Actually, more we are in an intimate relationship with her. I have confidence, that she will protect us and bring us in real position to serve her. Then fears disappeared gradually by the mercy of Guru devotees. So.
So today, we have also the Kirtan class is coming up. And we have also our whole ashram is full of beautiful Kirtaniyas, especially from Terni, from the Sangha there, the beautiful Terni Sangha of Ramananda and Yashoda Nandan, and also all different others who came, and they make every evening, they make Kirtan, and I didn't get a chance to join, but I really have a desire to join because they make such a sweet Kirtan. And so now we listen some more Kirtan. Yes? Are we ready? Yes? So we leave this Zoom and we go to the Kirtan, live Kirtan Zoom. Thank you very much. Jai Shri Radhe.